What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are back doing another voiceover, some Treasure Wars content. Before we get into this video, I want to say that the content is a little bit irrelevant to what I'm talking about, just background gameplay. It's still awesome gameplay, so if you don't actually care about the topic, just watch the gameplay because it is pretty cool gameplay as well. But the topic that we are going to be talking about today is things that I think Hive need to add to Treasure Wars to make it better. I touched on this briefly in my video where I compared Hive Treasure Wars to Hive Skywars. Make sure you go check that out down below. But I want to go more in depth on this because Treasure Wars has been something that I've been really enjoying lately, and I definitely think that there are a few things that Hive can do to take it to the next level. The first one is adding a water bucket or a ladder or something to stop fall damage. Fall damage isn't a huge thing in Hive Treasure Wars just because there's not a lot of knockback to begin with, and the knockback TNT never really shoots you upwards. It kind of just shoots you more horizontally if you use it correctly. But I still think that it'd be a lot better if something to break your fall was implemented, just because then there'd be more people bridging upwards and then jumping on someone's base. You know, just a ton of stuff that you see on Hypixel Bed Wars, for instance, you know, people climbing up, dropping TNT and then falling, you know, clutching, stuff like that. I think a lot of that can be implemented to Hive Treasure Wars as well. Now, it doesn't even have to be a water bucket or ladders. It could be something like a slime block, you know? They could introduce slime blocks and then you could like jump and fall and jump again. And I think that could be super cool as well. Just something, even a hay bale, honestly, to break your fall. I think it would just be super, super cool. You know, and let's not add hay bales. I'm not saying add hay bales. There's just an example, but just something that they could do. Personally, I'm not a big fan of adding water just because I don't want people to flood their island or their base with water, because I feel like that would be obnoxious for, you know, mobile players and stuff like that to go up against. But I do think maybe they could add like a water source block. So when you place the water, it only places in that one block. You know, it doesn't spread out like normal water does. So then you could use it to clutch and stuff like that. You could use it, you know, you could still fill up your base. You would just have to buy a lot of them. But I think that could be something really cool to add. Before we get into the other stuff I'm going to mention, make sure to leave your comments down below, your feedback. What do you guys think of the stuff that I'm offering? What do you guys want to see in it? And just overall, leave your feedback down below. Another feature that I would love if Hive added was a boombox that worked against opponents. We have the knockback boombox, which only affects yourself. And then we have the block breaker boombox, which, you know, just explodes blocks, but there's no way to knock back the other person without using a snowball or a bow. I think it'd be super cool if they implemented the boombox from Skywars so we could throw TNT at our opponents and have it explode and knock them off bridges and stuff. I think that would be an amazing feature. Think about all the cool stuff you could do. You could just throw them when they're coming at your bridge. They could get knocked off. If someone does it to you, maybe you like enter pearl clutch after that. You know, it could just be crazy stuff that would happen. Maybe you actually use that to your advantage. Like they throw it at you, you get in front of it, it jumps you towards their base instead of away from it. You know, it could just be super, super cool stuff. So I think that's definitely something that they need to implement. The next one isn't really a feature, but it's just more maps. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of maps that I really, really enjoy, like Castle, Mushroom, Sandstorm, but then there's some maps like Facility, at least on solos, that just, it's just not good, you know? We all know those maps that no one ever votes for, no one ever plays, and when it does come up, it's just the worst. You almost slash hub every time. When talking about maps, another thing that I think they need to add is a way for people not to be able to go inside the shopkeeper and just hide there. If you guys do not know what I'm talking about, a lot of people go to their shopkeeper and stand inside the shopkeeper's body, and this makes it so you can't hit the person because you'll automatically just enter the shopkeeper's menu. This is a super easy fix. All people would have to do is place fences all the way around it or place blocks so you can't actually enter his body, because it makes it so the games are just boring when people do that, and it's just kind of obnoxious if I'm being honest. And don't take my word for it, but I think it's also bannable. And lastly, this isn't, you know, a top tier thing that, you know, I want changed to Hive Treasure Wars, but adjusting some of the shop prices a little bit. You know, I think it's a little bit too easy to get wood, endstone, concrete, all this stuff to protect your base. Even though not that many people use it, I still think it's very easy to do so. And then I also think that some things are a little bit underpriced, like a diamond sword is only 5 emeralds. I think it should be at least 6 or 7 just because once you get it, you know, it's just so unbalanced. You know, the way that Hive works, diamond armor and a diamond sword is so much better than iron and an iron sword. It's just the way it is. So if they're not able to fix this and make it so that, you know, the armor stuff is more balanced and whatnot, I definitely think that they should just adjust the shop prices, because that would automatically just make the game more fair and equal. But again, that's not really a big thing to me. I really don't care about that. I just wanted to throw that in there to see what you guys think down below. But there we go, guys. That is 3 or 4 things that I think Hive should to add to Treasure Wars or change to make it a better experience playing. Let me know what you guys think down below because I would love to hear your feedback once again. And let me know what you guys think of these voiceovers and the gameplays and all that, guys. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. Have a safe and enjoyable rest of your day. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.